Welcome to the Heaps Good News, news with balls. Tonight, Jay Weatherall snags a bargain at the Specsavers 2-for-1 sale. The Treasurer explains why he didn't make it to last year's AFL Grand Final.
Oh look, we tried. And the hallmark of this government is that we do try.
And this Kilburn resident shares his secrets on how to keep a marriage strong.
But it goes on all night, you know, up and down, up and down.
All that and less on Heaps Good News. We start Heaps Good News with a story about a terrorist siege in East Elizabeth.
Good evening. Residents of Elizabeth East say they're under siege from urban terrorists.
Urban terrorists? What are they, jihadis or fans of Keith Urban? I don't know which one's more disturbing. Any chance this could be a beat-up?
A gang of hoons is holding burnout meetings in their streets.
So, terrorists is a beat-up. Maybe hoons is a beat-up too. I need some proof.
Those involved were so openly defiant they weren't even put off by 7 News cameras.
Wow, not put off by 7 cameras? Who are these freaks? Who could possibly make sense of this twisted ideology? Luckily, Channel 7's Tim Wheatman was there and was able to take us inside the mind of these jihadists. And after listening to them, it's kind of jihad to take them seriously.
It's a sport, it's fun. A lot of people drag race, a lot of people play footy, a lot of people play tennis, golf. It's only dangerous if you don't know how to steer. If you can't drive, don't skid.
Pop tyres, not pills. It's better than having a drug habit, I guess.
It's not dangerous. If people can't stay out of the way of a burnout, well then that's their fault, really.
Nice work, Tim, but you're still only the second gutsiest TV reporter in Adelaide. Over at 10, they throw themselves out in front of moving vehicles.
Or in the case of an emergency, react immediately.
On Sunday, the government announced it was going to put the bite on dog owners.
Dog owners who refuse to stop or help if their pet attacks another person or animal will be hit with big fines under a plan to cut the number of dog attacks.
Amendments to the Dog and Cat Management Act would also make it illegal to leave without exchanging details.
Fantastic. Just when you were looking for new ways to give out your phone number, just get your pit bull to attack a poodle. Sorted. But there is a little flaw in that plan, as this dog owner pointed out.
When you're in shock and everything else is going through your mind, that's the last thing that you even think of. And sometimes you don't even get the make of dog correct.
And she should know. Her dog was attacked by a 2013 Suzuki Shiatsu. Registration number DOG 123. She was there to help promote the new dog laws, but maybe she didn't read the memo. In fact, the whole thing was a dog's breakfast. Even though it was at 11 a.m, which probably means it's more of a dog's brunch. From doggy head jobs to golden showers for golden retrievers. Luckily no one saw that bit. From dogs to cats, there was a big announcement about a new thing at a zoo.
A new enclosure inspired by the shark cages of Port Lincoln takes visitors within a whisker of the big cats.
Lions 360 lets the big cats feast their eyes on visitors.
And if I didn't tell you that every news service used bad puns when reporting it, well, I'd be lying. Get it? Lion. Rah.
The $1.4 million enclosure is set to be a roaring success. The people cage already looks like it will be a roaring success.
The new exhibit tipped to be a roaring success.
And tipped to be a roaring success.
Let's face it, the reporting on that story was a catastrophe. I said it. But in their defence, they did point out a very serious design flaw in this contraption.
Visitors can expect to be dribbled on, but what about when nature calls?
We get asked that a lot, but I would say it's pretty minimal.
Pretty minimal chance you're going to get pissed on, unlike Hindley Street on a Saturday night. But they also said that at the dog presser, and we know how that ended. On Wednesday in Hindmarsh, there was dancing in the streets.
As the clouds opened on yes voters in Hindmarsh Square, the nation's chief statistician set off a wave of euphoria.
Great day, great celebration. The only dampener was the rain. It rained all day. A lot of people got pissed on. most of them consenting, as well as raining. We literally found out that some people don't know what literally means.
We're here at the Crown and Anchor Hotel. These guys have been going since this morning and they're showing no signs of slowing down yet. Literally nothing has been able to rain on their parade.
Literally? That doesn't make sense. We also found out what Yes campaigners also like just as much as winning a vote.
They've got a big pub crawl planned for tonight. Yeah.
Police in Underdale need your help.
A car thief is caught on camera losing control of the tiny Toyota Echo he'd just stolen.
Police say the driver had been doing burnouts in the area before the crash. They're asking anyone with information to come forward.
If you have any information on how a Toyota Yaris could possibly do a burnout, please contact Isaac Newton, care of the laws of physics. Bank tax wasn't the only car crash in Adelaide this week.
There was a fright for residents at Athelston this morning when a woman crashed her car into her neighbour's living room.
Wow, neighbour across the road smashes into your house. That would have to be the worst version of Neighbourhood Watch I've ever heard of. Neighbourhood watches your neighbour fucks up your house. Oh well, accidents happen. Good to see the other neighbours get out and show their support.
Nearly a cursed, jinxed house, I suspect.
Sport. The Adelaide Strikers. They've lost the last 3, but I gotta say, I like their approach to turning this around.
It's important that we don't train too much and kill us by ourselves in the training, you know, and yeah, that's important.
Weather. Or more to the point, weather reporting. My favourite part about the weather reporting is the locations that weather reporters go to and the lengths that they go to and the things they put up with, like flies.
Waters and northwest to southwesterly winds to 20 knots a breeze in the city.
That bad boy.
Following a top of 36.3 today, seas around a metre. In the city, down to 23 degrees overnight.
The protocol is that you swat flies when you're on camera. Better to be swatting than having something crawl up your nose. Unless, of course, that something happens to be a news story. Do not let it be said that Seven don't get to the story behind every story, even if the story is about the story that was just the story.
Good to see Amelia having to do the old Aussie salute up there.
Yeah, the flies are out and about now. Very about
walking
that.
track, just
hot
a bit
weather.
of hot weather there, and they're all there. It's all that koala poo up there on the ridge.
We end the show with an emotional letter that appeared this week in the Adelaide Advertiser. Hectic and costly. It goes a little something like this. What is going on in Adelaide? It's not friendly at all. The amount of roadworks around the CBD does not encourage people to go there and shop. Why is everything happening at once just before Christmas? I did not get into the mall as planned at the weekend, instead went to Tea Tree Plaza, where the parking was free. Incredible story. But I don't think a letter to the editor really does that sort of ode justice. To capture the emotion of that moment, you need to put it into song. And who better than Christ Dismembered as they see us out this week with their version of Hectic and Costly. What's going on in Adelaide? It's not very friendly at all. Get out of work, welcome to CBD. People go there, drop. Then we're coming at Tea Tree Plaza. We got free.